Y'all, we're Sharper Tapping in TNN Trap News Network. We back in this thing, like cook crack in this thing, back in this thangerton, like cook crack in this thangerton. You feel me? You feel me? Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the good subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. For more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use, that good knowledgeito. You can't get nobody's collegito. We here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's collegito, big dog. Tap in with that tap in to make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good tap in with everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We got Lush the J Cat. Lush the J Cat. Lush the J Cat. We had to find his Instagram page, his YouTube page. You have to do some searching, but we found him. And Lush is going over the controversy that he got after he exposed Adam 22 for calling the police on the Crips. So we finna jump into this content. I don't want no further ado. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Regularly, if you decide that you want to share this and let people know it's good, it's appreciated. First off, I just want to give a little bit of background. Known Travis Ford for a few years now. Always been a solid dude. Met him through the homie DJ Phrase. We did an interview on Lush World when we were back at the pop-up studio back in 2023, and it was cool. Good conversation, solid, and we've always had a good rapport ever since then, and I've always wanted to continue to try to work with him, vice versa. He always tapped in with me. Never really had a chance to spin the block with an interview again with him until about a month ago. He's a party type dude. He turns up. He likes the bottle, and had the bottle with him. And it turned, despite there being like some weird moment where somebody supposedly tried to steal some merch, or I don't really know what the deal was with that. I never really got the full story. I know that Moneybag Rose was wrongly accused at one point.
Moneybag Rose was for sure wrongly accused. Let me see if I got that. I'm gonna play this. Let me see if I got that.
When in fact, Bags was actually the one that was trying to return the merch. I didn't know that was even possible throughout like the deep haze of intoxication he was in at the moment, but he still managed to, throughout, despite that, and just, being in a really chaotic mood, still, you could tell he got a good moral compass because he was actually trying to return the clothing. So, shot some Moneybag Rose for that. As far as, and other than that, like the content was really good. We've been waiting to drop the interview. It was actually, oddly enough, gonna drop yesterday, or it was about to drop around this time, but it's probably not going to come out now, or at least at the moment. I don't know if there's going to be a reconciliation in the future between, with Travis and all that. I just spoke to Travis actually, and it doesn't seem like he seems like to be in a better place. I don't think the energy he had as far as like how angry he was and turned up and pissed off is actually how he feels in his heart, and definitely wasn't the energy when we was on the phone. But just to I've been wanting to bring him back.
This nigga saying a bunch of nothing. Get to the point, Smoker Joe.
I was really making the best decisions or remembering certain things. Now, just in that zone that I kind of lost sight and wasn't really making the best decisions or remembering certain things. Now, Travis is a dude that sends a lot of texts. I'm not trying to, get on, like, talk shit or be mean, but Travis sends like a ridiculous amount of texts and Instagram messages to the point where it's impossible for any normal person to like keep up with them or even respond. Like damn near there's been months where he's having a conversation with himself in my inbox, respectfully.
Now, this is how Lush lies on Travis, because let me show y'all this. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I might need to take this off. Let me see. Yeah, I might need to take this off. Hold on. Let me see. I might need to remove this real quick. Let me see something real quick. Because I have the text messages. I might have to resend them. Oh, I do need to resend them. I have the text messages where Lush clearly invited Travis up there. So Hold on, let me send this because Lush is just telling a blatant lie right now. Yeah, he sends a ridiculous amount of texts and blah blah blah. Bro, here's you confirming to them that they can come. Here it is right here. Boom. Sorry about that, guys. Here it is. Boom. Yeah, this is Lush and Travis Ford right here. So I don't know what Lush is talking about. Doesn't look like he's talking to himself to me. Doesn't look like he's talking to himself to me. Doesn't look like he's talking to himself to me, big dog. Not quite what it looks like. Not quite what it looks like. But we will go back into this Kantiana.
But we had talked the other day. Apparently, I don't even remember this part, but apparently when we were on my live stream, well, we got on the phone and he said like, "Yo, I'm bringing the homies with me, Blue Cinco," and I fuck with Blue Cinco. You feel me? Blue Cinco is a real ass dude. Poncho's a real dude. There's a lot of Rick Rock. There's a whole group of dudes. The other, I think Danger is the other dude's name. The dude that's a Poondaga's artist. All really solid dudes. But I thought that like that Travis, come in with me, maybe get him on the news with one of his homies or something. I should have been communicating better, but I was so deep in the weeds with my bullshit that I didn't.
Your addiction?
I didn't, and I did not communicate. Adam, not a single member of the staff had any clue whatsoever that this was going on. Now, Travis had been texting me. I was like, yeah. Now, he sent me one text where he's like, I'm coming through. I'm bringing, you feel me? Like, I'm bringing me a cake and the hood and a party. And when he said a party, I'm thinking like, oh, okay, he's going to bring the heme because he stay off the heme. So I was like, all right. Like, I did not realize the full extent of how deep it would be. Like, I thought he was going to bring a few people. Now, even that is wrong because I didn't talk to anybody about it. And I was just, that was completely my part. And that's not going to happen again. Adam had no clue that this dude was going to come through, which made it like 100 times worse. And I wound up this morning, I was kind of try to test the
Why wouldn't you let Adam know that these people were coming through?
waters and shoot the text. He like, hey, is it cool if I do this today? Da 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 da.
So without even letting Adam know what you had going on, you just told somebody to come up to No Jumper. Got it.
Instead, I wound up having a little situation that kind of distracted me, and then by the time I kind of came to, I'm getting a call.
All that yesto, all that glass, all that go fast. You slow down, big dog. All that go fast.
From Josh, and he's like, yo, what the fuck is going on, Lush? There is 30, 40, I don't even know the total amount of people, but there's never like, the only time this amount of people showed up at No Jumper was probably like during that incident with the essays when they got pissed off.
And they didn't call the police on the essays. Let's make that clear. They did not call the police on the essays. They called the police on the black guys, and they said that they was too ghetto.
And they slid through. And that wasn't even at this studio. That was the old studio. And pulled up 100 deep or whatever. Like, but I've never seen one single group. Like, even like when bigger rappers, I've never seen an entourage of this capacity. Now, there's shouts to Taco Pete was gonna come through. Apparently, he had 60 tacos made. Shouts to the people that made the cake. There is a No Jumper cake. Apparently, there is a billboard, and that was the first. It was just like, look, that was the first thing that I was like, whoa. And I even spoke to Travis at that moment. I was like, look, like, everybody got a dip. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even before then, I was like, yo, don't be rolling up too deep like you did last time. Like,
but then you said that you didn't speak to him, so now you said you told him don't roll up too deep. Now you contradict yourself. You lied to me, Lush. You lied to me, Lush. Don't be lying to me, Lush.
If anything, I'm trying to get the focus on you. Like, you having a bunch of other people there. Now, again, that was probably against my better judgment, considering other people had warned me that, like, yo, this guy is a bad look for No Jumper. And despite being told that, and despite my better judgment.
Damn, now it's Travis Ford's fault? Now Travis Ford is a bad look for No Jumper? Damn. Damn. That's crazy.
I still went ahead with it. And that's not to disrespect Travis, but it's just simply
That is super disrespecting Travis.
the facts of what happened. But Adam had no clue. He's over there doing, like, apparently he was doing like plug talk stuff or whatever. What I was supposed to do that day is the news and then a hood blog in Pasadena, which we did. Both of those things happened. And it was it was a really crazy day, but regardless, so when the guys showed up, I told them to dip, and like honestly, things could have been made correct, most likely, if when I was like, look guys, what y'all gotta do, just dip, go over to there's a wing stop and there's a motherfucking bar less than a mile away, like 0.4 miles away, or point whatever. It's a close proximity away. You can go, post up, you feel me, like do your thing, and we'll get this figured out. But there's no capacity wherever this many people are able to be at No Jumper. WACK got on the phone with him, let him know. It was like a whole crazy situations. You feel?
You call WACK. We all saw that. We all saw that. We all saw. You're like, no. I'm gonna call WACK. I'm gonna call WACK. We all saw you put your nose in WACK's belly button. We all unfortunately saw you put your nose in WACK's belly button. It was disgusting. It was sad to see.
I mean, whole crazy situation. And then when they pulled up, they're like, yo, Lush, come outside. So I came outside to talk to them because I'm not a bitch. You feel me? Like, I'm going to go and address it. I knew I had made a mistake. And I'm trying to kind of talk to them and make it copacetic or reach, which I'm still like in the future. I would like to work with Blue Cinco. I'd like to work with
after you just told niggas that Travis Ford, who brought them up there, Travis Ford is your plug to them, and you just told us all that Travis Ford was a bad look for No Jumper and basically tried to make this whole thing Travis Ford's fault. That's literally what you just did. Now you're trying to say, well, I would still like to work with these people. I would still like to do blah, blah, blah. How do you even think that that's possible after you just said the things? The white entitlement is crazy. His white man is white manning for sure. That's right, you hard ERs. I know I just disrespected you. I know I just blah, blah, blah. You hard ERs. But y'all gonna still shuck and jive to my beat anyway, even if I am on glass.
I'd like to
going fast.
Chop it up. I know that
ready to let Adam put it in my. If you thought it's because that's what you know I wanted to say. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? I censor myself. I'm learning.
You know, Pancho, that's a really respected dude. You know, he did a lot of time. Blue Cinco, really respected dude. And I would like to, and they're coming on some positive shit, trying to push peace in the community. That's literally the objective. That's why, like, the cake apparently had East Side, West Side, talking about unity and all that. So, no, my parents got a way nicer living room than this, homie. This is my living room. But I'm using my Sharp Rob.
Lush comes from good old colonized money. He just chooses to be an F up.
Put on Do Not Disturb. So let me know if that fucked my audio up when people call. Let me know if that fucked up the audio. To work with Plug Talk, I'm sure we're like not psyched about that.
And then real quick, let's just point out before Lush talks about anybody's pockets, this is Lush's living room right here. Real quick. Very Dee Dee's discount. Very Dee Dee's discount. And it's crazy that this guy comes around talking barnacles about people when you can clearly see that this right here looks like it should be like in a 17-year-old, 18-year-old girl's dorm room. This for sure looks like, tell me that this nigga don't look like he living in a freshman dorm. Tell me this nigga don't look like it's like he snuck into his girlfriend's freshman dorm. Because the RA wasn't paying attention and you got in through the back door. Come on, bro. You grown as fuck. Look at this little, you can tell by the little BS design on the couch. If you know anything about having your own space, you can tell by the little BS design on the couch that that's his girl couch. He's sitting on that girl couch. Get out of that girl's dorm room, bro. Get out of that girl's dorm room. That's sick. Get out of that little girl's dorm room.
That it's like the worst possible
Get out of that little girl's dorm room all summer of 2025. You niggas is weird, bro.
time that could happen. There's like a bunch of precarious characters outside, or just any people lingering, and just to the point where Adam has no clue what's going on. We're not equipped. We don't even have like the staff that's there is not equipped to even do that type of content. So
Go ahead and say it. Y'all don't even got no security in that building. Y'all do all that playing and ain't got no security in there. Y'all do all that playing, no security, huh? But we already knew it wasn't no security in that mother chucker. Now the world know it ain't no security in that mother chucker, because when it got cracking, y'all had to call the police. No security.
Made a huge retarded mistake, and
that's exactly what you are. A huge. That's exactly what you are, man.
Just was
fun.
not using.
I'm having fun with this. I like this. Today's gonna be a great day.
My mind, and didn't organize shit properly, so I'll take that on the chin. But for people to hold no jumper,
what else you willing to take on the chin? Never mind.
Responsible in any capacity, for people to hold Adam responsible in any capacity is completely wrong. Now, again, I had no clue that they were going to be showing up this deep. I knew there was going to be Travis and a couple people. When he said he's bringing Taco Pete, I'm assuming he's bringing the food. I didn't know that, like, Taco Pete is amongst, 20 different... There is, like, literally, I want to say 10 to 20 cameramen that were there. I don't even know what the purpose was for all that. But regardless, not Adam's fault, not No Jumper's fault, my retarded ass fault. So what I'm going to do is, you feel me, take this time off for the next week to get right, and I'll see y'all next week.
Damn, homie. In high school, you was a man, homie. No, you probably wasn't. Probably wasn't that good, man. That's not true. That's not true. If you went to Hamilton, that's one of the weirdos that hung out in Disneyland for show. If you went to even if you didn't go to Hamilton, I like how you knew what I was talking about. It's crazy how people who didn't even go to Hamilton knew about Disneyland at Hamilton. Like, bro, you for sure hung out at Disneyland. Barnacles. A week off, huh? What we won't do here at TNN Trap News Network is make fun of somebody for not getting their chili. That's what I'll never do. So I'm not going to make fun of you for a week off. Adam Friday, blah, blah, all the jokes, blah, blah. I'm not going to do to you what I know you would hope one day to be able to do to me, because I'm better than you. Yeah, I said it. I'm better than you. I'm an example of what you should want to be. So based off the fact that I'm better than you, and somehow in life God has favored me more than he has favored you, I'm going to take this as a moment of humility and accept the fact that life is clearly whooping your feet in ways that I never can. You got it, big dog. I wish you the best. Hope you take your week off, get your mind right, do some push-ups, drink some water. God willing, you don't go back to doing what's displayed in this picture right here, and you say some prayers, you do some meditation, and you clear up your thinking, and you stop doing whatever it was you were doing that allowed you to have this lapse of judgment and this lapse of thinking that put you in this... That's all the positivity I got. Free Avenue Angel Stage Free. We gone. Let's just leave on a positive note.